And today, Israel's defense minister, Avigdor Liberman, in an interview to the Yediot Ahronot newspaper, seemed to dial it back somewhat.
Yeah, some of what he said, that there are some Iranian experts and advisors, but there is no Iranian military force on Syrian soil. Iran's strategy everywhere is to create a proxy. They're not physically present in Lebanon. That's why they have Hezbollah. He goes on to give examples of Iran's proxies across the region. Well, for more, let's go to our senior defense correspondent, Shai Ben-Ari in Tel Aviv. Shai, do the words spoken today by the defense minister in some way contradict some of the other statements by Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Netanyahu warning against Iranian military presence in Syria?
It's been portrayed in that way by some, but I wouldn't go that far, really. I think Lieberman, in the context of this interview, was trying to make the case that Israel is still a respected entity in its region, still respected in the sense of deterrence in its own backyard by friends and foes alike. That is the case he was trying to make during this particular part of the interview. The interviewer himself actually said Iran is on our border, and maybe suggesting that Israel was being sidelined in recent developments. Lieberman was trying to make the case that that is not really the situation, that indeed Israel is very present in the area and that it is respected by friends and foes alike. I think there may be a certain attempt here by Lieberman to lower the levels of panic and hysteria that we've seen somewhat in the Israeli media when it comes to the threat of Iran in Syria and the presence of Iran in Syria. There have been headlines to the effect that the Iranians are on the fences, and perhaps he wants to bring down that kind of rhetoric. But certainly Israel is concerned. There's no ignoring that fact, that Israel is concerned about Iran's stake in the future of Syria, and it is already very active in sense of proxies and such, as the minister mentioned. In terms of actual Iranian soldiers, Iranian Revolutionary Guard members, we're probably speaking in the hundreds, at most a few thousand, but most of these soldiers are indeed proxies, not actual Iranians.